So here's my first Plan With Me video. I am January 13th through the 19th for next week. This is a weekly layout in a happy planner. So one thing I like to do is make sure that my weekly layout is functional and that I can use it and it is simple. So if you notice, I have some of my boxes marked with the numbers 1, 2, 3. And that just goes to show how I'm going to do my layout. So number 1s are my to-do lists. Number 2 are my focused and gratitude moments. And number 3 is my meal tracking and or planning. So like I said, I like to keep it simple and functional. So hopefully this gives you some inspiration how to use your weekly layout. So like I said, 1s are my to-do list. So I will go ahead and line this all up, and then I will mark all my to-do list first. You've got to make sure you have enough boxes. As a mom of 4, you need like 10 little dots. So you have all the room. Okay, now going to the other side. I have 1s right here. And the stencil I am using, I just picked up at like a Staples or office supply store that carries planner stuff. Nothing special. It's actually too big for my happy planner, so I'm using what I can. And so having a 1 in every day gives me a to-do list every day. So you'll notice that there's a 1 on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So every day we'll have a to-do list. And you know, and that's really good for reminders as well. Doesn't always have to be a to-do, but you just have something that you need to check off or remind yourself of. Okay, so all my 1s are done. And then number 2 are my focus and gratitude moments. And I like to use hearts for those. It's one of my favorite shapes, but it's almost kind of symbolic for me, but I use the big heart and the small heart. And the small one is my focus, and the other heart is my gratitude moments. So I can learn to appreciate my days at home with my 4 kids. We'll go ahead and start over here. Oops. And there's no right or wrong way of doing this. If you want to switch the numbers and have your 2s be your focus, or your 2s be your to-do list, whatever works for you. It's just, this is how I saw it on a tutorial, and I kind of just kept it that way. And again, every day we'll have a gratitude moment and a focus spot. And I really use the focus to kind of make sure that I'm on track. Making sure I'm being productive and not just busy. That's a big one for me, is being productive, not just busy. So that's what I kind of use my focus boxes for. And if you've been following along on Instagram and my stories, it's all about that January challenge. So I will usually maybe put like a decluttering task down or a minimizing task, but nonetheless it's a focus. So there's 2, here's another 2, and I am almost done. And then here's my last 2. And like I said, I use my 3s that we're getting to after this for meal planning and or tracking. Because sometimes I'm not good at meal planning, but if I meal track, it kind of gives me ideas for the following week. In that one, I use just like a little hexagon, if I can find it. And I use this medium-sized one right here. And I won't put like the word meal plan in there. I do intermittent fasting, so what I like to fill that in with is what fast I'm trying to accomplish that week. So I may fill it in with like an 18 or a 20 or a 16-hour fast, and that I'll just use as my focus. So go ahead and fill out all the 3s. I try to line it up as best possible, but I'm not perfect. I just try to get it done. Another 3. And this isn't my idea. I found this tutorial on YouTube one night, and if I could give credit to who showed me this, I would, but I watched so many videos that night, so I honestly couldn't tell you. But she was very helpful in giving tutorials on the layouts. And if I find it, I definitely will mention her, because I think she had other videos as well regarding planning. Okay, so there's that, and now we'll just go through and fill out all the lines for the to-do lists. And these boxes are actually really roomy for your lists. There's no need to kind of cramp your style or anything. And I try to get it as straight as possible, but, you know, sometimes it doesn't work out that way. Oh, what else I like to do on my to-do list is mark the weather, and that kind of just gives me a heads up of what the day would look like if I'm going to go outside, stay inside, that kind of deal. Because I don't always get a chance to pay attention to the weather report, so that's something else I do. As I check the weather for the week, so I can plan ahead. Alright, I'll just finish this and we'll wrap it up, because you guys get the idea of how this works. Now my arm's getting in the way, so you know. Okay. So there's one side finished. And I like the variation too. I think last week I had it all the same. Top row was ones, middle row was twos and threes, but I like the variation of this one. All right, you guys. Hopefully that inspires you and you guys can do it yourself. Enjoy.